Hey, what's happening, everybody? I wanted to talk to you all today about a new friend for you to make. And this friend to make is going to be, or is not necessarily going to be, but should become one of your very best friends ever. The reason is because this friend, if you'll allow them to, will give you nothing but honest feedback. This friend, if you will allow them to, will propel you to heights that you've never been before. This friend, if you will allow them to, will help you transform relationships, help you transform your business, your health, your fitness level, anything and everything that if you incorporate this friend into your life, if you allow them to become a constant presence in your life, they will radically transform and radically improve it. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready to meet your new friend? I would like you to become friends with failure. Okay, let me say it again. I want you to become friends, not just friends, I want you to become best friends with failure. Let me explain. There was a fantastic Nike's commercial that came around in the 90s, and you can still find it on YouTube. If I think of it, I'll post a link to it on the bottom. And it was Michael Jordan, and what you saw was Michael Jordan walking through the hallway, getting ready for the big game. And as he's going through, he's talking about his career and how he's missed thousands of shots, how over 20 times he's been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed, how he's let people down, he's let teams down, how he's missed so many of this, and he's screwed up here and he's screwed up there. And then he says, and I still get goosebumps when I think of this, I failed over and over again. That is why I succeed. You see, he would have never made all the shots he made if he hadn't corrected and learned from the misses. All the game-winning shots he did make, he would have never learned how to make those if he hadn't gone through the failures, if he hadn't gone through the setbacks, if he hadn't missed and felt what it felt like to miss and got that fire from that to improve so he'd make it the next time. If he had never missed, if he had never failed, he would have never gotten to look at his game and say, okay, what can I improve upon? What can I use to get better and better and better? What can I use to take my game to the next level? Failure does that. When we get success, it can help, but success also has a nice way of keeping us like this. Okay? And this applies to anything. When we get into a successful relationship, a successful friendship, a successful business, we don't have those things to push us, and so it's easy to kind of stall here. It takes something to happen that kind of snaps us out of things to get us to push that next level. This is where failure can become such a powerful friend. I was talking to a really good friend of mine yesterday. This is a real person, not failure. And we were talking the other day about sales. She does high-end sales and was saying that in her business, the amount of commissions people can make is really high. But there's a really high turnover. And I said, well, why is there such a high turnover? With the potential to make all this money, what's the deal? And she told me, she said, Jess, most people, they just can't make it through the first year or two. The first year or two is about building relationships, building the connections, building up to getting to those points where you can solicit those high-end numbers and make those high-end numbers. Most people aren't willing to do it. Most people get the first no and their first few no's and the first low commission check, and they turn and run the other way because they get afraid of failing. In their mind, they thought they were going to come in and it's going to be a slam dunk, and they were going to walk in and get signed over a check for $1,000 or $10,000 or $1 million or whatever it is. And when they get it back and they look at it and they say, oh, this wasn't what I wanted, they take it as failure. They hear no, and they hear, when somebody tells them no, they hear, you can't do this. When somebody tells them not right now, they think never. Okay, that's not embracing failure. What would happen if instead of hearing no, you heard, okay, well, maybe tomorrow? What if you heard not, instead of hearing not right now, you heard, okay, well, maybe in the future? What if you looked at all those no's and those perceived failures as just a step closer to getting where you want to be? Because that's the only difference between the people who are making it and the people who aren't. The people who make it go through those failures. They take from them. They learn from them. How can I make my sales presentation a little better? How can I be a little stronger in this? How can I be a little bit more selective in that? How can I present a better product? Versus the failures think of it as, oh, I just can't. Okay, there's a huge difference. This goes in relationships as well. So often we hear failures in relationships. We think that things didn't work out, or our partner's needs aren't getting met, or whatever it is, and we feel that we've let ourselves down, we've let them down, we're a failure. No, it's your opportunity to learn and grow. A failed relationship means it's an opportunity to learn and grow and become better for the next relationship. When your partner says that their needs are getting met, when they want more from you, it doesn't mean that you're not giving them enough. It just means that there's an opportunity to learn and grow, which relationship should be. If in 20 years of being together, you are still doing the exact same things at age 50 that you were at age 30, There's not as much growth in there as there could be, right? Relationships, life are always about growing and evolving and learning and advancing forward. The biggest way, the fastest way, the most honest way that we can ever grow, that we can ever move forward, is by learning from failure. Learn from failure. It's there, and I've told you all this before, and I'm going to say it again. I really, in my heart, believe there's no such thing as failure unless we fail to learn something in the process. You see, as long as we're learning, that means we're growing. And as long as we're growing, that means we're alive. And as long as we're alive, we can do anything. We can really do anything. So, your new best friend, their name is Failure. I don't know if it's a he or she, you can choose that. Okay, but their name is Failure, and I want you to embrace them. Grab this friend, give them the hugest hug possible, and ask them, what do I need to learn right now? Where is my opportunity to grow? How can I move forward? If you ask them these questions, I guarantee you they will give you the most honest feedback, and they will become your best friend. And you will use this friend to be able to grow forward and get all the great things you want out of life. I'll talk to you all soon. Oh, P.S. If you guys found the value in this video, if you like it, please share it with your friends and family. And I would love to hear what you think about it. So leave a comment below. And now I'll really talk to you all soon. Bye.